Hi, good morning. Today we recorded a free live streaming session. We offered in the morning a free live streaming session, and I'm going to show you how you can attend free live streaming sessions with regards to free markets commentary. Very important, and with regards also to some of the best stock market performers where investors they are making a considerable amount of money. So the first thing that I'm going to do is to refer to the website stockmarketlive.tv to get access to the free live streaming. You can here click on live streaming. By clicking on live streaming, you have here an option, try now. If you click here on try now, you have here the player. All right, this is the player. You have it here on the screen. Currently it is off. I repeat, making a live streaming session directly from my mobile device, and you could or you can see it here precisely by visiting this web page. Having said this, I'm going to refer to some comments which I made today regarding some of the best stock market performers. For example, I'm going to pull this the browser down, and you have here Qihoo, a Chinese company, today trading above $71. You have articles on the blog, strong buy since $46 in Qihoo, all right? And you have a video explaining how to invest in Qihoo with the upside target in Qihoo, all right? So this information, it has been available for months, part of it completely for free. And if you are following me on Twitter, I repeated probably like, I don't know, 50 times the article on Qihoo in the past weeks. So you have today a new 52-week high, you are looking at it in Qihoo, and we are going to see the chart in Qihoo for the past few weeks. And you also had today a new 52-week high, basically in Ambarella, all right? And you have to refer to the article on the website of the company, Ambarella strong buy rating. So here you have the article. You just have to refer to the live blog by visiting the website and clicking on live blog. The title is Ambarella is the Tesla Motors of the tech sector. So these are comments that also I mentioned today, answering some of the questions that investors at this point they might have. And if you play this video, and this video it has been available for quite a while, this video it was recorded and explains the investment process here in Ambarella strong buy rating. The video it was recorded when shares of Ambarella they were trading around $11.30, and today you have Ambarella at $120. You had in the morning Ambarella at $120. In fact, Ambarella in the morning it was one of our players since we announced it on live streaming, and we are going to see here the chart, all right, in Ambarella. For you to see that this went from, well, in the morning, this went from 115 all the way up to more than $120. And the comments that I made on the live streaming session, they are quite simple. I'm going to type here the ticker for Apple. Apple is trading at $127.19. And I've been repeating this over and over, my friends. Why do you have your capital tied completely to Apple if this stock is not moving? I already downgraded this stock to neutral at 133, and I told you, move your capital to other stocks, since there are other stocks, other companies, that they are going to be or to outperform significantly Apple. So you have this Qihoo, the stock I repeated on Twitter 50 times, the stock is moving 10% per day. You had also comments today on live streaming with regards to this company, Sina. You had today a new 52-week high in 2015. So no matter which price you bought Sina, if it was $50, if it was 40, if it was 58, if it was 57 or 55, 53, you have profits in Sina, and in fact the return on investment by far higher compared to Apple. If you bought Apple at 133, you have an open loss, and this is based on facts. This information, it has been available at stockmarketlive.tv for months, all right? For months it has been available there. So we are going to show you by referring to the website on Video On Demand, that if you click here on Full Library, and if you are interested on stocks to sell short, you have them here. If you are interested on stocks to buy or to invest or on the long side, you also have here. And I referred on live streaming session, precisely you have here how to invest in Ambarella, strong buy rating, all right? So I never said, if you play the video in Ambarella, I never said to sell the stock at $100, my friends. I was not going to sell the stock at $100 if I knew that the stock was going to move higher. So all those individuals or companies or investors that they've been trying to predict where the top is going to be, and in fact selling short Ambarella, I think you are lunatic, my friends. You have plenty of time to make a lot of money on the long side before you consider open a short position in Ambarella. It does not make sense to sell short the stock at $100 if the stock was going to move to 120. All right, it's simple. This is simple. So I never said to sell Ambarella. I said the opposite. Ambarella, strong buy rating. Ambarella, the Tesla Motors of the tech sector. This is the title that we use on the blog. So today you understand why investors, they don't have a position in Apple. Instead, they double the capital in Ambarella, making the most in a company that was going to outperform significantly Apple, okay? So this is just to repeat my comments that today I made on live streaming, or some of them. You also have here, we were talking about Sina, stock outlook and analysis, and you have it here precisely on the screen. If you play this video, how to invest in Sina, if you are interested in the price targets and so on, you have it here, and you have a real-time screenshot on Sina. Buy 500,000 shares at $37, real-time screenshot, proving that we made the call. This was precisely our recommendation. But my friends, you bought one share, you bought 100 shares, you bought 1,000 shares, you bought 5,000 shares. No matter how many shares you bought, the fact is you are making money, and by far more than investing in Apple, all right? So this, as I told you, I repeat, it has been available. Sina, it is trading at $60.44, and I repeat, no matter which price you bought the stock, you have a profit, and therefore you don't have an open loss, as in the case of Apple, where the 133 corresponded to a lot of, or many upgrades in Wall Street. For example, Goldman Sachs upgraded the stock precisely at that price, and you also had recently reports upgrading Apple to $240. So Apple was not going to move to $240 without us, since I already comment on this, and I'm quite tired, in fact, of repeating the same in the past 10 or 15 years. It becomes, you know, I don't know, I'm just giving, you know, I'm just commenting based on facts, all right? So we comment on Qihoo, we comment on Sina, we comment on Qihoo, very important. This represents 300% return on investment here at stockmarketlive.tv for those that they wanted to invest in Qihoo according to my prediction, my forecast, that has been available, the different steps. And how to find this, where to find this. You just click here, for example, how to use. You have here a list, and we discuss, bear in mind, the entire process. So, for example, in Qihoo, you have to scroll down, you click here on the ticker Qihoo, all right, I'm doing this and I'm showing you here. And there are several videos on Qihoo discussing the process, the entire process. Some of these videos, they are paid, others they are free. And there is a free preview, and the title is very clear. I already repeated this, I don't know, 100 times or 200 times, and live on Twitter, on the blog, and so on. My friends, you had plenty of time to buy, to make the most, to make a lot of money in Yoico. For example, there is a video where I explained that to double the size of the investment position in Yoico. There is a video recorded live, okay, with my comments. There is a video explaining that you should not ever follow the stock ratings of Deutsche Bank. This company downgraded Yoico at the very bottom. At the very bottom, it is a multi-year bottom, my friends. It corresponds to $12, okay? So I explained this, it is available for a long time in our website. This stock, for example, Yoico today is up between 4 to 5% in one single session. So this to say that, for example, we discussed the entire process. You have here the several videos. The most recent is precisely this one on the top of the list. If you click here, is the most recent one. It explains very well the video for those that they wanted to continue investing in Yoico after 300% return. The video that is available, it has been available since May 22. The video itself explains or describes the activity since then in Yoico. It describes exactly the activity since then. So the video itself, it tells you everything that you needed to know, how to continue making money in Yoico, okay? Very simple, no surprises. This information, it is real. It is this information that then we are going to use to create the case studies that we publish on the website. Yesterday I was referring to, for example, I published another case study, one of the best shorts in the market, Rackspace Hosting, that I referred to selling short the stock at, selling the long position at $54 and then reversing to the short side. You have Rackspace Hosting a new low at $37.45. This is the real-time quote, my friends. What have you been doing? This is the real-time quote in Rackspace Hosting, one of the best shorts in the market. I told you, sell 100% of long position at $54. This was the target I announced already for this company last year in 2014. So last year it was a strong buy when shares they collapsed all the way down to 28. In 2015 the shares they were trading at $54. My friend, you were not going to buy the stock at 54 or 56 or 60, or even if it was going to 65 or 70. At both $54, Rackspace Hosting it was to sell. And to sell short, here you have the proof, a new low in Rackspace, $37.44. I'm not telling now to sell short the stock. My friends, you had plenty of time. A couple of weeks ago, this stock was trading at $44 or so. Today you have a new low. I'm not saying to sell short today. Couple of weeks ago, you had it at above $40, well above. You had it at $56. You had it at 55. You had it at 54. What have you been waiting? So the other stock that we made comments today is regarding these companies, Sears Holdings, other stock that has been one of our top short priorities. The stock collapsed, okay? So this was also the expected scenario. Meanwhile, this tape here went off. But I had some further comments today on the live streaming. For example, I comment on the new high in Tesla Motors. And the live streaming session, it was precisely the shares they were trading at $262.20. And I answered to one of the questions that investors at this point might have, which is whether I would buy shares at this point or not, okay? So that is one of the answers that I already addressed, or one of the questions, sorry, that I already addressed. Other, it is the case of Twitter, pretty much like the case of Apple. I've been saying, my friends, you have been wasting your time, you have been wasting your money in Twitter. At most, Twitter can be, mid to long-term opportunity on the long side. But Twitter, it has been a terrific selling short opportunity. And again, you find a video where I told you, like the case of Rackspace Hosting, sell your position at $53 plus. It was recorded live. So today you have shares at $34.37. And people, they have been speculating on Twitter buyout, and Twitter this, Twitter that. And while you have been speculating, in first place, you lost your money. And more important, you lost the opportunity, or you missed the opportunity to play all these stocks that I referred to here, like the case of Qihoo, moving 10% per day, or the case of Sina, you have a new high today, or many other stocks that I referred to in the website, for example, this GDCom. So let's assume that you wanted, or you had this question, whether you prefer GDCom or Alibaba, all right? So you had that question, right? I prefer Alibaba or I prefer GDCom. So let's see where is the answer to this question. You visit the website and you click, you look for GDCom. In fact, I'm going to just to scroll down. And you have here GDCom. GDCom stock forecast and analysis, all right? So you have it here, description, GDCom, and you have the video, GDCom stock forecast, GDCom versus Alibaba. So if you play the video, if you have been a subscriber, you know which stock to buy, which stock to invest in. So you understand today why GDCom, it has been outperforming Alibaba. It has been said here, quite simple. Everyone is making millions of dollars, my friend. There is no risk whatsoever. It has been said here. This has been available from the beginning of the month. And in fact, this video, it is for video on demand subscribers, because then the former guidance, or the prior, or the first guidance, it was given to subscribers of the collaborative live trading. But in our website, completely for free, you'll find, and I'm referring to the main website, stockmarketlive.tv, you'll find more free information. For example, recently we announced on the blog, let's go back, real-time live on Twitter, and we are the only, in fact, company doing this, and with important impact. The first time that I recommended to take some profits in Netflix, all right, in the past months, it is available here. So you just have to, in fact, here you have the other article, valid reasons to sell Apple stock, all right? It's not to sell short Apple stock. You don't have to sell short Apple stock. You don't have, or you should not have, a long position in Apple for all the reasons that I've been mentioning here. Even if Apple today, for example, it was going to $137, you are going to make what, $10 per share? My friend, you made that in Ambarella in 1 week, all right? Does not make sense. It is proven. I already proved this. So you understand why Apple is 127, you understand why Ambarella is 120, okay? So this, what analysts they might be telling you on the web, does not correspond to what they've been doing, okay? It's a completely different matter. We tell them to do this, they do this. If they tell you to do on the web to do that, is a different matter, okay? It's completely different. And the same is valid with regards to hedge funds. So if you click here on Netflix, and this information is free, here, my friends, it is free. Vieira Trading downgrades Netflix to neutral, $688 profit taking. All right, so if you click here, if you visit this article, it is here. The post, real time, the Twitter, on June 10:37 a.m., precisely when shares of Netflix reached $688, we announced you should take some profits in Netflix, all right? It's not about being bearish Netflix, you should take some profits in Netflix. The shares on that same day, they went to $691 plus, more or less, okay? So if you took profits, meanwhile shares, for example, yesterday or before yesterday, were trading at $650. They fell $38 per share, okay? So you should have taken some profits in Netflix. Why? My friends, because we are the leading company. We have been creating the history in Netflix. But the most important is the fact that we announced to take some profits at Netflix, to invest in other companies. It is explained here, to invest in other companies precisely. You have here a link to how investors are making millions of dollars in China's stock market. So if you click on the link, you understand it is written there. It is not complicated, it is written, everything, it is there. There is, the proof of it, it is there. And besides, also explain that we sold short, for example, the case of Sears Holdings, the new Bernie Madoff. So you had plenty of time to make considerable money profits in Sears Holdings, okay? The stock collapsed. No matter which price you sold short Sears Holdings, you made money. It is here, Sears Holdings, the new Bernie Madoff. And before Sears Holdings, it was Lance Hand. So everything it is been discussing here. Live, my friends, live. You click here on hedge funds and banks, and you find the recommendation on a demo, the clear one, describing the process during 30 minutes to sell short Lance Hand, all right? So you click here and you find it, sell short Lance Hand for the crash, the meltdown, quadruple short position all the way down to new 52-week lows. And if you wanted to invest, you had here the best stock to invest in for years, the case of Netflix. And there is an article on the blog, quadruple the size of investment position in Netflix during the course of 2015. It is a free recommendation that exists on the blog of the company, well ahead, months ahead of the stock to reach $688. So you have the process for free at stockmarketlive.tv. So the question is always the same, what they've been doing, all right? So the question is, because those that have been, following, Twitter, the speculating buyout, or in Apple, my friends, you are losing money. But that is not a surprise. Where is the surprise? You find here all the information that you needed to outperform the market, to outperform your colleagues, to outperform your hedge funds, and so on. All right? So these are some of the comments which I made today on live streaming. But I made some further comments and I responded to some questions, or common questions, with regards to other companies. I referred to the case of, hold on a second, I referred to the case precisely. I already comment on Twitter. Here you have the, Twitter today, you had the shares trading, above $35. It is $34.23. It is $34.23. So if you, once again, you had plenty of time to make money on the short side. There is a small percentage of investors short the stock at this point. Why? My friends, everyone has been long the stock, speculating on buyouts, speculating on earnings, blah, blah, blah. The company missed earnings. The CEO of the company, Di Costello, I told you, he has to step down. He has to quit. His time finished. The CEO is gone, all right? So there is no CEO on Twitter. There is no CEO on Twitter. You had a gap to the upside. You remember a couple of days ago, you had shares trading at $40 when there was this announcement that the CEO left the company. Right? There is no CEO, I'm sorry, there is no CEO. Twitter does not have earnings. I show you an article on Financial Times, price to earnings forward 60. My friends, I have videos demonstrating live this scam on CNBC, the investors or the guests, they luring investors in Twitter to buy the stock at $41 or $42. You have Twitter at $34.26. It's not, you don't have Twitter at 50. So the guys that they bought Twitter at 42, today you have the stock at $34. So you have been waiting for the buyout. Which buyout are you talking about? The only thing that I know is that you lost your account. That's what I know. Because if you wanted to buy, or if you want to buy Twitter, it's very simple. You had in first place, as I said, almost 1 year ago, to sell short the most and to profit for the crash, and then you buy the shares. Or so after you made the most on the short side. But you don't buy Twitter before you made the most on the short side. Because I already repeated this, here hundreds of times. So why to keep repeating the same? It is the same always. It is always the same game. Hold on a second, because here I have to make here I'm receiving many emails and message. I'm doing this live, so we have here to stop a while because I have. You know, quite frankly, it makes me, you know, it makes me nervous. How is it possible? I mean, I'm not saying I'm not against Twitter, I'm not against Apple. It's not that. It's, you know, decisions that you had to make in real time when we announced them. Okay, it's very important because this information has been available for free for a long time. You have a video saying Twitter stock ratings Ponzi scheme. Twitter stock ratings Ponzi scheme. Simple. Twitter stock ratings Ponzi scheme. The stock is now more down 20%. A few days ago you had at $39 a stock to sell short. This is what I wanted to say. Anyway, ahead of earnings. By the way, you don't have then to play earnings. But I wanted to show you, instead of having a long position in Twitter, what I said today, or I've been saying live on Twitter and 50 times, you had this stock Ambarella. Ambarella, we had a partnership with them to create a droid only for short sellers. You have been wasting your time trying to predict where is going to be the top in this stock. Only a loser, his objective is to predict, is to sell short Ambarella. So those that they sold short the stock at $70, $80, $90, $100, $110 and $120, so far you are losing money. Why? My friends, is the philosophy, the principle is precisely the same. While in Twitter, the principle it was to bet on the short side, to make the most on the short side before you buy the stock. Here, the principle, it was precisely the same in the sense of having the opposite direction. As you have the article on the website, you had to make the most on the long side in Ambarella before you contemplate one day to sell short the stock. So this stock was not going to be ever a selling short opportunity, but instead a buying opportunity until we decide to quit the long side in Ambarella. So you had plenty of time every single day to buy shares of Ambarella. Today in the morning they were $115. Today they reached or they traded above 120. So why every single day you have these opportunities and you don't take advantage of it? That is always the same question, over and over, always the same question. So people, they lose money, or more than 90% of people, they lose money in the markets because they want to, because they trade or invest according to their own beliefs or what investor or what analysts they are saying. But what the analysts are saying, in many cases, I'm not referring to all cases, but in many cases what they are saying on the web, it does not correspond to what they are doing. And besides, you have to bear in mind that firms, professionals, investment firms and banks, they have also hedging strategies. So they might have, for example, let's say a long position in Twitter, but at the same time they have a hedging position in other stock or using other financial instruments, okay? And with regards to financial instruments, I already announced which you should use instead of options that we find completely amazing. I mean, ridiculous to use options when you have financial instruments by far better than options. But there are more, my friends. So today I addressed for a long time several stocks. I made comments on free live streaming, and if you wanted to, I repeat, you had. And bear in mind, I'm not saying to buy shares of Ambarella at $120. Friends, a couple of weeks ago, you had them at $100. So the question is the same. What have you been doing? It is always the same question. It has been always the same question for 20 years continuously. So if you want to attend the live streaming, I repeat, you get it here. By clicking on live streaming, and if you want to book tickets for the paid versions, you have here live streaming for traders, live streaming for investors, live streaming for hedge funds. It is in the marketplace. you have here the plans, or information about it, in fact. You have here the pricing, frequent answer questions, tutorials, reviews, and this is what you want, the free information or the free live streaming. You get it here when it is on. If you have this message that you are seeing on the screen, error loading media, file could not be played, it means that the session is currently off, alright? It is explained here. It's very simple, no need for questions or to open support tickets. You have it here while you see blah blah blah, this message, the session is off. Refresh your browser, so if the session is on, you will not have to do anything. It starts playing automatically. This is what happened this morning. You have also questions with regards here, or answers to questions. What's the calendar? What do you offer? May attend on my mobile. And bear in mind, I repeat, that these free live streaming sessions, they are streamed directly from my mobile device. So the quality, it is not the same as the demos that you see for the other versions, the paid versions, which in fact the quality is like this that you are seeing on this video, where, for example, here you have live streaming for investors, and there is a difference. Just to explain how this works, everything is here. It takes less than 30 seconds to be attending a professional live streaming session. The proof, it is here. Best player in content, you play this video and you are going to see that it takes less than 30 seconds to be attending a highly secure live streaming professional session for investment banks and hedge funds. Less than 30 seconds. The proof, it is on this video, all right? So this is what I wanted to show you. And by the way, congratulations and thank you for attending today the live streaming session. Obviously, I don't have time every single day to be making live streaming sessions for free. In fact, I keep repeating the same. In terms of recommendations, quite frankly, that many, they are a blog of the company. Thank you. By following us live on Twitter.